Hey, what's going on devs? Welcome back to Web Dev channel. In today's episode we are gonna create a weather app from scratch step by step using JavaScript. By the end of this tutorial, you will learn how to make it by yourself. We are gonna basically make a request to the API and then receive the response, and then we are gonna display that to the user. He will see the icon, the temperature in Celsius, the weather description, and also his location. I think it's a great project for you to add to your portfolio and learn a lot more of JavaScript. Hey there! If you're new here and you want to increase your web dev skills, subscribe and you also click that little bell down below so you get notified every time I post a new video. Okay devs, let's start really from the beginning, okay? Starting from scratch as I said in the beginning. Let's go to the terminal here and let's use the command line, okay? Make it quickly, okay? So touch index.html. We're gonna have also some CSS, okay? The main goal here is gonna be our app.js. If you want, you can skip the CSS, okay? Let me close this for now. And yeah, the files are here. Let's start with our markup, all right? And for the title here, let's say the name of the project, okay? Build a weather app, JavaScript. All right, and down here we want a link connect our markup to our CSS, okay? And down below here, close to the body tag, we need a script pointing to our app.js. And here in the body, we want to create the main container, the one that's gonna wrap around everything. And here, let's have a div, okay? App title and a paragraph with the name of the app, okay? Weather. One more thing we need here, let's create a notification. This one you're gonna be able to see just when the user turns off the location, okay? So weather.container, and inside this weather container we're gonna have our icons, okay? Do not worry, you can download them from our link down below in the video description, okay? And here, let's point to its address, okay, in the folder icons. One more thing we need here, down below this one, is gonna be our temperature value, okay? Let's have a paragraph. And for now, let's have just this dash because this is gonna be out-populate using JavaScript. So I have this dash and this Celsius, C for Celsius, sign, okay? One more thing here, down below it, we need our temperature description, okay? If sunny, if cloud day, things like that. For now, a dash. The dash is when the user doesn't allow us to have access to his location, okay? And one last thing inside the weather container is gonna be the location, okay? Again, a dash because it's gonna be out-populate. Okay, let's click here and see things side by side. That's it for now. Alright, we are in CSS where part of the magic happens. I just code the JavaScript part here, okay? So you have some elements that you can apply this style. If you don't want to see the CSS part, you can skip. There is timestamp down below in the video description, okay? For you guys who stays here, okay, let's go to our CSS reset. Box sizing, border box, and padding is gonna be 0, okay? And now moving to the body. And here, let's give it a color, okay? Background, let's pick a linear gradient to the right, okay? This is the direction. And let's pick these colors, 667 db6, okay? And another bluish color, 008 2c8. Let's repeat that again. And just have the first one here again, 667 db6. All right, as you can see, we have a nice linear gradient. And for the family, let's use Ubuntu and sans serif as a fallback in case of something goes wrong. And for the container, okay, our main container here, let's first of all select the container and let's give it a width of 300 pixels. All right. Also a color, a background color is going to be white. Or okay, it's easy to read. And display block. All right. And let's bring it a little bit, put it in the middle with margin 0 and auto. Let's bring it down with margin top. Let's bring it down just 100 pixels. All right. And for the corners, border radius 10 pixels, make it a little round on its corners. And now we can make it taller, okay, with, if I can type, padding bottom, let's say 50 pixels. And now we're gonna apply some style to the title, okay, to the weather. So app dash title, width is gonna be 300 pixels. The height here is going to be 50 pixels, okay. And let's also apply some border radius 10 pixels, and 0, 0. And now we grab the app dash title, the paragraph itself. We want the text to be uppercase, okay. Let's align that to the center with text align center. We also want give a padding of 15 pixels all the way around. And let's put in the center with margin 0 and auto. And let's increase the font size to 1.6 AM. All right. And let's pick the color, a bluish color. There's one here. Okay. Fits the project. And next we want to apply some style to the notification when the user doesn't allow us to see his location. Okay, so in order to do that, you have to deny our location so you can apply some style. Okay, let's start by grabbing the notification. Let's pick a background color, a red color showing that something is wrong. So let's pick this color here, F87DA, and display none. Now let's grab the paragraph itself. Let's change the color of also a red color here, 721C24. Make it bigger, 1.2 EM, all right. And let's put in the middle with margin 0. Text align center, all right. And let's apply a padding of 10 pixels top and bottom and 0 left and right. And now we want to grab the weather container, okay, this one where we have the icon and the info. Let's give a width of 300 pixels and the height here is gonna be just 260 pixels, okay. Let's also apply a different color, background color F4, F9, F7, so you call attention to this part of our project, okay. And down here, let's grab the weather icon. Width is gonna be 300 pixels, and for the height 120/80 pixels, all right. And now we want to put that in the middle, okay, right in the center. So let's grab this one, dot weather icon, and IMG, okay, for the picture, for the icon, and display block and margin 0, auto, and it does its magics. And now it's time for us to bring in the temperature itself, okay. So temperature value, and again let's give it a width. The width here is gonna be 300 pixels and the height 60 pixels, okay. Now we need to do something like change its size and put it right in the middle. This is a better place to put it, if I can copy this. Okay, let's grab the paragraph itself. Let's remove the padding and remove the margin. We also want to change the color to use our main color, a bluish color here. And increase the font size to 4 EM, so it's huge. And text align center, okay, put it right in the middle. And grabbing now our spam, okay, so let's copy this one to save us some time, the temperature value. And here, as you remember, it's a spam, all right. So we want to change the color to use our primary color here, a bluish color, and also decrease its size to 0.5 EM. As you can see, much better. And now we continue to go down, okay? As you can see, we are going from top to the bottom. So let's grab the temperature description, okay? This one, down below the temperature value. The pattern is going to be 8 pixels all the way around. Remove the margin with margin 0. And for the color here, let's pick the same color, okay, our primary color. Let's put that in the center with text align center. Font size here 1.2, and yeah, nice effect already. And now we are right on the bottom, okay, here where you can see my place. São Benedito, Brazil. Okay, so margin 0, padding is gonna be also 0, and for the color is gonna be blue, okay, our primary color. And let's bring it to the middle with text align center and font size 0.7 AM. And now we are gonna give life to our project in JavaScript, okay? And as you know, what we're gonna do here first, we're gonna select, we're gonna grab some elements and save them into variables. Why? Because this way we can manipulate them, okay? So we're gonna use the, first of all, give it a name, okay? Icon element, temp element, document query selector. So we're gonna select the elements we need to use in our JavaScript, okay? The first one, the weather icon, because this is gonna be changed using JavaScript. The temperature value, paragraph, all right. We also want to bring in the temperature description, and here the location, and also the notification, all right, so all in. And we also want to store our data in a object, okay, so const weather equals to this empty object, okay, this is going to be boilerplate using JavaScript. And we also want the weather temperature here, and let's have a object and the unit here, and the unit is going to be not X but Celsius. Alright, and down here we're gonna have some variables, okay? One of them, important one, is this API key from Open Weather, okay? You don't have to create an account because there's a link down below in the video description with this key for you for free, okay? So let's come down here and let's have a couple of variables, okay? It's always good to comment so you know what you're doing. Const Kelvin, this one is for conversion. We're gonna show in Celsius, all right. And the second one, the very important one, is API key from our provider, okay. So const API, and let's set that to this one, all right. Let me just copy and paste. Yep, here it is. All right, and now we're gonna check if the browser supports geolocalization or if the user allows it, okay? So let me comment this out here. so you know what you're doing. And let's have here a if statement, okay? If geolocalization in navigator, okay, let's say if this is true, we want to get the current position of the user, get current position, okay? And we're gonna pass in set position and show error, okay, in case of something goes wrong. Okay, this is it. And else, okay, in case of we can't see his location or he doesn't allow us, notification style display, we're gonna change that to block, okay. And notification element, we're gonna change the inner HTML phrase or sentence, okay. We're gonna change that to, let me see here, let's change the paragraph saying browser doesn't support geolocalization, okay. So we're gonna cover the two possibilities, okay, if we can see his location or not. Alright, and now we're gonna set the user position. Alright, let's create a function set position. This one is gonna take one parameter, it's gonna be a position, okay, if I can type. And inside this one we're gonna get the latitude, position, chords, latitude, and the second thing here, let's get the longitude, okay. Let's assign that to the position, chords, and longitude dot longitude, okay. Then we're gonna call the function, okay. Let's call a get weather function, and this one is gonna take both latitude and longitude. And now we want to show an error if you have one, so let's comment this out here, show error when there is an issue when geolocalization serves. And let's create a function and let's call that one error, okay, function show error, and let's parse in error. And first we want to display as block so the user can see it, okay. And then let's copy and paste this one. Let's change the notification user inner HTML. Here let's have a backtick, $, arrow, dot message, okay. Yeah, I think you got the idea. This is the screen that the user is gonna see in case of there is an error or he doesn't allow us to see his geolocalization, okay. It's simple like that. Now we were really gonna use the API, okay. So we're gonna get the API from API provider, okay. It's gonna be quite simple. We have a function get weather, latitude, longitude, and here let's assign our API to our API call that we got from the website, okay, from this open weather website. Let me just copy this one. I'm gonna copy and paste it here and make a couple of changes here. For example, here we want the latitude, $sign before this one, longitude, also $sign, and app ID, you're gonna use the key, okay. There is a link down below in the video description so you can use mine. All right, so let's log that to the console and see what this is gonna provide us, okay, all the info. Let me come here and go to the Google Inspector. All right, inspect, let's give more space here, and console, And looks like my mistake, my bad, the opportunity to learn more. Okay, I forgot to have here a HTTP. Okay, so this is like a website. Now we can click, and yeah, you have all this information here, as you can see, descriptions, and also name, São Benedito. This is my place. Okay, let me close this. Let's get rid of this. Console.log is no longer necessary, so let's delete it. Alright, and now we're gonna fetch this API. Okay, fetch API. And after doing that, of course, you're gonna get a response. So .dem, let's get this response here, function response. And inside of this one, let's pass it in. Okay, so let data equals response .json. Okay, so now return data. Our data, of course, is now a JavaScript object. So inside the function data, we wanna now update our object properties. The weather temperature value, let's have a integer here, so math.for data temp. Let's have a conversion minus Kelvin, so you get the Celsius. Okay, the weather description, we want to assign that to data.weather. The index there is 0, and dot description, you remember, you will get that from our API. The weather.icon, let's assign that data.weather index 0.icon. Okay, again, this is coming from our API. And the weather.city data.name. The weather.country, let's assign that to our data.sys.country. Okay, let's go ahead here and let's call here a .dem, and let's call a function. It doesn't exist yet. Okay, let's call this one display weather. Okay, this is the one that's gonna display all this info to the user. Okay, so now let's create this function. Let me copy this one here and paste. Let's comment out so you know what you're doing. Display the weather to the UI. Function display weather. What it's gonna do basically is just change the elements, our elements, and use the update one coming from our API. Okay, let's start change our icon element .inner HTML. Let me show here the address where they are. Okay, img source icons. There's a link down below with those icons. You can download them from my Facebook page. The second thing here we're gonna change is the temp element. Okay, inner HTML, and we're gonna assign that, let's not forget the backstick here, to the weather dot temperature dot value. Okay, wherever it's coming from the API, that's what you're gonna see in the temperature element. Okay, so we have the degrees and also the C that stands for Celsius. All right, as you can see on the left, you have already, now it's 29 degrees Celsius, very hot. So the description.inner HTML, we're gonna assign that to weather.description. As you can see, there is a few clouds here. And the location at inner HTML, we're gonna change that too. Okay, so let me have a $, Let's grab the weather.city. Let's go with the city first. And then the country. So weather.country, let me save. And you have the city here, São Benedito, and the country, Brazil. Let me give more space so you can see. And right now looks like there is a problem. I can't see the icon. There is a mistake somewhere in here. My mistake, your opportunity to learn more. Okay, it happens all the time. Let's look for where is the problem. It's somewhere here. Yeah, here I forgot to close the tag. Let me close it here. Let's see if that's the problem. Yeah, now we have the icon. Okay guys, we really did it. I hope you like it. If you like it, you know what to do. Subscribe and click that little bell down below so you get notified every time I post a new video. Bye bye and see you in the next one. It's a little hot here, it's 29 degrees.